What's up, everybody? I am the Diginerdster, and today I brought back the webcam for a reaction video. My first reaction video. 'Cause normally I do playthroughs. If you've been watching my channel. Which no one has. Anyway, I'm going to be reacting to Green Arrow versus Hawkeye. Personally, I think I like Hawkeye better, okay? I know more about him. I don't know who Green Arrow is. Don't hate me for it. I just don't. Okay? So, let's do this. Death
What
battle!
happens when you give ex-AAA game developers Lenovo Y-Series computers? They create an all-new first and third-person tower defense game with you! That's right, Lenovo and Dark Rift are letting you help create a game.
I'll leave a
mission is to click the link in the description and head to LenovoGameState.com.
something in the description to lead to this actual video.
Mission 1.
Because
Good guys, bad guys, and the weapons. Commenting will unlock badges and rank you up on the leaderboard.
You know,
and then check back
you should watch this video yourself before watching me.
And don't forget to spread the word on social media with the hashtag.
I probably could have done my introduction over this.
Together through the power of Lenovo.
Lenovo. Screw attack! Da 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 da.
Since its creation in the Stone Age, the bow and arrow forever revolutionized hunting and warfare.
Yeah.
But these two archers have honed their bow skills to a degree of pure artistry. Green Arrow,
to stand up
Emerald
against
Archer
gods.
Star City. And Hawkeye, purple-clad trick shooter of the Avengers. He's whiz and I'm boomstick.
I mean, who else would be fighting Green Arrow in a death battle?
Armor and skills
Who?
To find out who
Could fight Green Arrow in a death battle other than Hawkeye? Wait, this is 2D? I thought it was going to be 3D.
Tale of an archer
this is such a requested battle.
To the rich and championed the poor.
Oh, Robin Hood.
Of course, of the legendary outlaw named Oliver Queen. What, you think I meant Robin Hood? Come on. Oliver was the son of Robert and Moira Queen, billionaire owners of the weapons and technology.
I knew he was a billionaire.
Queen Industries in Star City. Oliver was on track to inherit the family business and fortune, but it all ended up much sooner than anybody expected. While on safari, which rich people apparently just do all the time, Oliver's parents were murdered by lions. No,
it's not murder.
I'm kidding, but hey, Mom got off a wicked headshot before she went out. The family fortune and business were
That's a
now
good way to
in
go
Oliver's
out.
hands. However, desperate to forget the horrible trauma of his parents' death by lions,
do all superheroes have tragic backstories?
The best way to cope. Well, until one day he partied so hard that he fell off his private yacht. What happens?
Really?
He washed up onto the shore of a lone island, Tom Hanks style. Desperate to survive, Oliver knew he
Wilson!
the archery training taught to him by his late father. He assembled a makeshift bow and, over time, gained an uncanny accuracy with the weapon. With each successful kill, Oliver's self-reliance grew, transforming the once irresponsible playboy into a capable...
Does he have, like, special eyes or something? Because...
Turns out this island was home to a massive drug smuggling operation.
Oh.
How he didn't find them earlier is beyond me, but... With nothing but his hunters and some newly improvised trick arrows, Oliver brought down the dealers, radioed in a rescue, and returned to Star City a new man. With a newfound
superhero,
Oliver vowed he would no longer waste his talents and use them to protect the innocent. To do this, he would have to become someone else, something else. He became the Green Arrow.
Not to be confused with Green Lantern. Completely different people.
True to his namesake, the Green Arrow favors a bow over anything else. And while that may sound like it puts him at a disadvantage, he's developed trick arrows for every situation.
Doesn't everyone who uses an arrow?
Situation. He carries tear gas arrows, grappling hook arrows, flashbang arrows.
It's pretty much Batman except
acid. Is that the one for the Grateful Dead concerts?
What?
No. Corrosive acid. It burns through things.
He also has boomerang arrows, along with
What?
diamond-tipped arrows to pierce just about
How does that
anything.
make sense?
Explosive arrows ranging from small blasts to
Okay, I understand that.
overhead, and the boxing glove arrow.
What the fuck?
As it may appear, Oliver only kills when it's absolutely necessary. So delivering a long-range punch to the face makes some sense. At least more so than many of the other trick arrows in his quiver, like the donut arrow, a weapon designed to feed children.
What?
Dangerous and delicious.
Green Arrow likes to come to a fight prepared, and his expertise extends
Comic
beyond
books.
just the use of a bow. He has extensive training in assassination and martial arts under some of the best teachers around, including Natas, the man who turned Deathstroke into one of the deadliest mercenaries in the world.
Green Arrow became such a skilled fighter that he was voted
Who?
into the Justice
Just kidding, I know who
saving the
Deathstroke
world
is.
alongside the likes of Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, and Black Canary, a smoking hot blonde who he took a liking to. Don't mind saving a few more things with her.
Are we dead yet? Are we dead yet?
Being a part of the Justice League has pit Green Arrow against foes powerful enough to be called gods, and somehow he not only survives, but he actually helps. He's fast
How?
to fire 29
Comic books
arrows
don't
in
make
1
sense.
minute. His accuracy is so on point, he is able to shoot water dripping from a faucet at 30 feet away and split a grape balanced on a man's head.
He'll do whatever it takes to get the job done, like shooting a girl's hand to keep her from falling, or
Ow!
torture. There's no way around it. He tortures
What the?
people. But it's for the greater good,
Oh!
Of course, but even with all his trick arrows, his quiver does have limited space, and he prefers to keep his armor minimal, focusing instead on offense over defense.
But hey, he's not all arrows and killing. Eventually,
Penguin.
he and Black Canary got together and started up a flower shop called Sherwood Florist. Puns. 10 out of 10, Ollie.
1 arrow each.
I accept your challenge on 3. 1,
2.
3.
What the?
A hero can come from
Let's see what Hawkeye brings
from
to the
streets
table.
of New York, the depths of space, or a tiny rural home in Iowa.
Growing up in the
That was a
middle
bit
of nowhere
silly.
wasn't easy for 13-year-old Clint Barton. Turns out his dad had some bad habits, like being an alcoholic or beating the shit out of his sons, Clint and Barney.
After years of
What is with
abuse,
superheroes
Clint
and having
wanted to fight
depressing
back and defend
backstories?
his family from his violent father.
Obviously, a bit too much to ask of a 13-year-old child. Luckily
Favorite
enough,
movie,
his
Blade
dad's
Runner?
car did the job for him, along with a big tree. Remember, kids, drinking and driving is not okay. I mean, do you want this to be you? That's what I thought.
By
Boomstick.
DWI, Clint and Barney had a second chance at a family.
Is
and
there a
were adopted
superhero
by
who's had
new
an
dad,
actually happy
who was
beginning?
just as bad as the first.
Maybe even more. Dad number 2 tried
It'd be
to
ironic
put
if he was
down
like the
with
most
his
depressed
farm.
superhero
Until
ever.
they were rescued by circus performers Jacques and Buck, who took them under their wing and into the Carson Carnival of
So,
Wonders.
the
These
circus.
guys saw potential in Clint's natural bow and arrow talent and began his archery training. Clint's skill rose rapidly, and he soon took the stage as Hawkeye, the trick shooter.
In only 1 year, Hawkeye became a master
I
of
want to
his
get that
craft.
game.
But a rift formed between teacher and student when he discovered Jacques was stealing money from the circus and training his brother Barney to be a thief.
Turns out the 2 heroes who rescued them were actually supervillains. Kids' luck. Did they open an umbrella inside which scared a black cat to dart under a ladder which fell and broke a mirror reflecting the sun's rays to burn down a field of 4-leaf clovers?
No, that happened to Nick. What?
Anyway, Clint hated the idea of working for a couple of D-bags and ran away.
Okay.
Lucky for him, all it took to find a new calling in life was to see Iron Man soaring over his head. Another alcoholic father figure. In a fun way.
Inspired to use his talents to fight criminals just like the Iron Avenger, Clint took up his old stage name.
So,
donned his circus
in the
outfit
comics,
once more,
Iron
and
Man
crafted a wide
inspired
assortment of multi-use trick arrows.
Hawkeye.
Tick, tick, boom.
Huh. I love that
His
cartoon.
putty arrows
Why did it have to get canceled? All the good cartoons get canceled.
Steel, he can scale buildings with suction-tipped arrows. His adamantium arrows are tipped in nearly indestructible metal. Hell, one of his arrows is a 30-megaton bomb.
He also
What the
carries PIM particle trick arrows. PIM particles shrink or enlarge objects via shifting matter between dimensions.
Yeah, I saw the Ant-Man movie.
Hawkeye uses this dimension.
Kinda wish we got the nerdy Hawkeye
which
instead
is
of the
literally
thief Hawkeye.
full of other
No,
arrows.
not the Hawkeye,
With his
the Ant-Man.
overloaded full of
I wanted nerdy
invincibility,
Ant-Man,
Hawkeye
not
took to the city to begin his crusade against
thief
injustice.
Ant-Man.
But on his first outing, while trying to return some
But
stolen
whatever.
jewels, the police mistook him for a thief. And
Huh.
it really didn't help that he fled the scene with then infamous criminal Black Widow.
Well, he knew better.
Huh.
But if there's one thing Hawkeye does when he's conflicted, it's not ask questions and follow where the old shaft takes you. And no, I'm not talking about a trick arrow. So he helped Black Widow until one of their shenanigans resulted in her apparent death. Believing
What?
he was free from the grip of the succubus, he remembered that crime is bad and went to join them.
Not just the Avengers. Over the years, Hawkeye's lent his bow to other super teams such as the Thunderbolts and the Defenders.
Avengers, Defenders, Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts?
I make any team better.
In the midst of highly advanced armor,
I don't read
rage-fueled
comics.
monsters, and gods from other dimensions, you'd think a simple archer would be of little use. But Hawkeye's feats prove he is anything but simple.
Hawkeye can shoot
Yeah.
4 incoming arrows out of the sky at once, shatter the
That's
bow
impressive.
of a distant archer with a single shot, and string his whole bow and fire an arrow in less than a second. Plus, his aim is so good he'll hit bullseyes when he's strapped to what I like to call Satan's carousel.
He is more than just an archer. After grueling training under Captain America, Clint temporarily set aside the Hawkeye suit to become the samurai Ronin. The result even impressed Iron Fist, one of the greatest martial artists in the world.
Huh.
And for a supposedly normal human, he's surprised.
I wonder if Iron Fist will
He's
get his
taken
move in
off
a movie
falls
once.
from several stories,
Blah, blah,
fought
blah.
in battles
English.
with cracked ribs, and managed to not die from this.
Luckily for Hawkeye, a kid with a Ghostbusters 2 shirt found him and alerted the paramedics. And he made a complete recovery within 6 weeks.
Who you gonna call? The hospital, kid! Quick! Holy shit! Like 100 bullets! Bleeding everywhere!
Jeez!
A reminder that even a seasoned Avenger isn't always bulletproof. But after this, Hawkeye's buddy Tony Stark upgraded his outfit to include some chainmail. So that's handy.
But it can't cover everything. Plus, Hawkeye
I'm
can
Stark,
only carry
the
so
most
many trick arrows at
advanced
once.
billionaire
And
in the
has to
Marvel
make every
universe.
shot count.
Here's some chainmail,
Also, he's
something that's
kind of hard to
existed forever.
hear, but you would be too if a psychopath hid behind a door and jammed 2 arrows in your ears. He
Ah!
also made
That's
us
how he got
kick-ass
deaf?
hearing aids. Though if they get damaged, he'd lose about 80% of his hearing.
Still, as an Avenger, Defender, and so much more, Hawkeye has accomplished a lot for a circus performer from Iowa.
Okay, look, the city's flying. We're fighting an army of robots. And I have a bow and arrow. None of this makes sense.
You got that right.
But I'm going back out there because it's my job. If you step out that door, you are an Avenger.
Yeah, we'll just completely forget about the fact that you almost killed us all with the whole Hulk thing. Yeah.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for...
I need to conquer all of your lands.
What?
Are you ready to join thousands of other clans in a war to control
advertisement.
kingdoms?
Conquer
I won't skip
kingdoms
it,
and
just out of
villages in
respect for
Clash
the
of
show.
Kings, Last Empire, a new RTS RPG multiplayer war game that pits your army against friends and enemies all over the world.
Create your empire by building massive cities and conquering the lands of your enemies, or even your friends.
Or build a strong alliance with other players and work together to take down people like Boomstick.
Hey, I mean, I know the bigger I build my city, the more enemies I create, but there's no need to be jealous.
Are you ready to stand as your town?
I don't do
leader?
mobile
Start
gaming.
building your empire
I don't
and
like
lead
it.
your army into epic multiplayer strategy battles today in Clash of Kings Last Empire.
I play games
Clash
for
of Kings
campaigns.
Last Empire
The only
is
time
currently
I
available on the iTunes
play
App Store
multiplayer
and Google
is
Play.
fighting games
Download it
with my
right
sister
now and
or my
get
best
to
friend.
conquering. But first, it's time for a death battle!
Battle! It's 2D. Okay. Was hoping for a 3D battle, but whatever. Well, it looks well animated. I wonder what that game, that sprite's from. Yeah. English. Alright. This is gonna be awesome. Come on, Hawkeye! I'm rooting for you!
Yes, I can dodge and shoot at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
Today, sweetheart.
Thing is, they seem so evenly matched to
Try
me.
to out-archer me? This is how it's done. Something about this.
Oh! Our arrows shall blot out the sun! Okay. Thing is, their arsenals are so similar. It's almost like the... Oh gosh, what the heck was that? I think a demon just clogged up my throat.
Punk.
Jeez. Oh!
This takes real skill, you know. World's greatest marksman, at your service.
I'm starting to worry that
Boxing glove arrow when it hits.
Hawkeye
Makes this
might lose
kinda
just
sound.
because...
I'm gonna record it and make it my ringtone.
Like...
Aww. You remind me of my circus days.
Oh jeez!
One little arrow, one big boom. I like not getting blown up.
Just because Green Arrow is already hurt, I think Hawkeye might lose. Okay. Oh jeez. Oh! 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 Hawkeye!
You look like you're under a lot of stress. I recommend acupuncture, Green Arrow style.
Wait, he hasn't used the pin particles yet, or... Oh jeez! Oh!
Ha! Eat your heart out, Robin Hood.
Yeah! Hawkeye!
Shot, arrow for arrow, Green Arrow and Hawkeye are a well-made match, making this an extremely close fight.
Green Arrow has pulled off some ridiculous shots, but when Hawkeye is at his best, it's nearly impossible for any mortal man to hit him. We're talking about a guy who catches arrows in his bare hands, even when he's been blinded.
Both
Jeez.
archers wield impressive bows, too. An average bow needs as much as 80 pounds of force to pull. Green Arrows has an impressive draw weight of 125 pounds. However, Hawkeye's is double that at 250 pounds. This is the same bow he can fire
How
at near machine
strong
speed,
is he?
even at a faster rate than Green Arrow.
Are you
while
sure
wearing
he's
chainmail.
human?
Oliver may have had an arrow.
He's gotta be
for
some
just
sort of
about any
mutant, of
situation,
some sort.
But he didn't have one for making him faster, stronger, and tougher than Hawkeye. Looks like Green Arrow got shafted.
The winner is Hawkeye.
Hawkeye!
Next time on Death Battle.
What's that? Who's next? Please be someone I know. I don't recognize this theme. Mewtwo? No. Red? But Red doesn't fight. His Pokemon do it for him. Wait. Yes! Oh my god! Yes! Okay. Yes! Digimon, Digital Monsters, Digimon Guardian Champion! My childhood! Yes! Wait, is it Charizard versus Greymon? Yes! Please tell me Digivolution is included, because if it is, my money's on Greymon.
Hey guys, what's
War
going on? Man, I
Greymon
played
would
with this, and
destroy
this is I don't know
Charizard, even in his
But
Mega
anyways, this
Evolution
time on Death
ripoff.
Battle, the season finale
Oh
is
my
Pokemon
gosh.
versus Digimon.
Yes.
Finally doing it.
That fight
awesome.
It must
But in the meantime,
happen.
watch all the other Death
Oh my god!
More than that. by going over
I can't
to
even listen to what you're
Or
saying.
you can even watch our spin-off show, Desk of Death Battle. The latest one was about how
Yeah,
Batman wielded
whatever,
guns
whatever, you
and
guys.
dinosaurs. Who knew? And you can also
So
keep up to date with
I'm
Death
filled with
Battle over at
nostalgic
Twitter
excitement.
or our
I can't wait for that
Facebook
fight.
and following us there. So thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Jeez.
Thanks again to Lenovo for help making this Death Battle.
All right.
Make sure you head to LenovoGameStore.com and leave a comment about the game.
Damn. Alright. That was awesome. I don't even know what to say about the Green Arrow and Hawkeye fight. I mean, jeez. I'm a little disappointed it was 2D, but at the same time, that was awesome. I mean, Hawkeye has superhuman senses, right? And as they said, he was stronger. And he's pretty hard to hit, unless you have him from all directions. But even then, he recovered after 6 weeks. Jeez. Normally, DC is the guys who have all the overpowered characters, but Marvel's Arrow Master is just a cut above Green Arrow. Gran Arrow? Is that what I said? Green Arrow. Anyway, this has been Green Arrow versus Hawkeye. My reaction to it. If you liked, leave a like. Think about subscribing. Check out Screw Attack's Death Battle. And I'll see you in the next video of whatever I make.